place, or mash up the place.
And fuck you.
You have technicians here making noise. No one is a musician.